A business account could help boost your TikTok content. Here's how. Meet Anya. So you
Boy, throwing bottles on the floor. I was actually on the field. I was scared in the mud. I was scared in the mud when the man bottles came down. I was on the field. I was scared in him. Slow ass Burial. Burial would have ran back that punt. We'd have been straight. What's going on, man? We up in this thing. Look at that. Look at that old tweet at about Manny Diaz just said Gervin Hall linebacker Jennings will be moving on. That old thing at the bottom. Here we go, man. I'm deep. We about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. What's going on in this thing? That was old Florida State footage. You saw Mon Richards and Stacy Coley. It was loud as hell that night too. 6 years ago, when it was 2000 and that was 2016, maybe 6 years ago. I think we lost that game. I think 2016. I think we lost that game. I think that's when the ball hit the upright. I know y'all know every goddamn thing. Y'all don't forget that. Yeah, but I think we lost that game. Get a couple people in here. Yeah, I think that's when we scored the touchdown. Then the ball hit the upright, boom, and I turned around like, what was that? Goddamn! But that game was fired up too. And I think we were underdog that game, right? I don't think we were underdog that game. A lot of these games we were favorite. I mean, no matter who was favorite to win, no matter who was really favored to win, these games end up being close a lot of time. So let's man 786-459-9499. 786-459. You want to get down with IOD Squad? You ever thought about investing? If you're watching on Twitter, shout out to Sean Rounds, bro. If you're watching that on Twitter, if you're watching on Twitter, we eventually gonna shut it down on Twitter. You got to come on with a YouTube. I'll tweet out the link right now. Let me see. I'll get into a little bit of Florida State, Miami talk, and get into a little Auburn coach being fired, who's going to be next out there. Get into a little bit of Michigan State, Michigan, and why was that significant to South Florida? I'm gonna show y'all why that little melee in Michigan State was significant to South Florida. It's the Morning Breath Show. Like I said, 786-405-9499. You want to get down with IOD Squad? I'm gonna pin the link in the comment section at the top. If you want to get down with IOD Squad, if you ever thought about investing, you need one-on-one. We just show you what we do. We're not your financial advisors. We just show you what we do. If you wonder why I'm dressed like this, I'm dressed like Jesus walked Kanye. The best I could come up with. It's the best I can come up with. What's going on, Joshua? The best I can come up with. Jesus walked Kanye. Me and the lady friend may go out tonight, man. I don't know. She want to go out and party. I don't like partying, but something she want to do. Let's see. I bet you if I text her right now, let's go party, she'll be, yay! Let me see. Skip a little home. Let me see. Get some sidekicks. Get my little homies in here, man. Let me see who get in here. Shout out to Sean Rounds with the 1999, man. Y'all know Sean Rounds is our number one advertiser. We're not sure what he advertised, but or what he promoting. Our number one marketing. Shout out to Edge, the best tasting energy drink on the planet. Those new cans are almost finished, man. We're gonna show y'all Edge new look. Soon as they get that out, soon as that is complete, it's in the works right now. Paco, what's going on, man? Joshua, what's up? Jay White, what's up? Had a nice little get together, man, today, man. We had a nice lunchtime villain talk. Villain talk in the IOD section. I talked to you guys about an idea, man, where I was thinking where we can get a kid commits to Miami and his followers go up 5,000. Well, that's almost done. And all you're gonna have to do is add your phone number, add your phone number and your email. That's it. And when we tell you to do certain things or we alert you of certain things, you just make it happen. That's it. That's it. So that's in the works. We'll let you know here shortly. Tomorrow, earlier tomorrow, what we're doing for Florida State. We will let you know if we're going to have a get together, something meet and greet, live show for Florida State. We will definitely let you know. X, what's going on, bro?
Nothing was good.
What's going on? Oh, you got a new phone, dog? You sound better, dog.
Nah, I ain't get my new phone yet.
You know,
they talk about
it don't sound like it just. I'm surprised you ain't out tonight, man. You ain't going out tonight, dog?
Yeah, I was about to. I'm gonna go catch the game. I'm gonna go watch the game tonight later.
What, the Monday night game?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you went out there already.
Nah, I ain't go out. I gotta drop the kids back to their mama today. They went somewhere with my mama to church. So once she drop them back off to me, then I'm gonna take them to their mama. Then I'm gonna go out there probably Tussie's.
So we were just talking about Bryan Arsin last week, man, the Auburn coach, man, and I was saying it's kind of interesting what he's doing, and then Kim was like, he's going to be fired. And a week later, that joker done got fired. You know what I'm saying?
I was wondering what it was taking them so long to do it. Like once he made that statement, they should have said, "Yeah, we gotta let you go."
Yeah. Auburn, I think they named Cadillac, the former running back Cadillac, they done named him the interim coach. But
Yeah, he the
You think that's a good fit for Deion though?
I mean, it's an SEC. They say they want to spend big money, so I think. Well, I don't know because Alabama overshadows Auburn, so I don't know if that's a good fit for him.
But you think if they bring in Deion, right, versus what just happened with Alabama, Auburn, and Deion, you think that'll kind of like agitate Nick a little bit, dog? Like, because I think Deion. Listen to this. I think Deion can kill any. I think Deion could kill it in the recruiting trail, bro. I think he walk in any house, he's believable. You give him a bunch of money, I think he'll kill it in marketing. Like what he doing at Jackson State would be child's play compared to what he could do at Auburn in marketing. Deion could be a problem with college football, period, dog. Period, wherever he lands.
Yeah, that's true. I just feel like because Auburn Alabama overshadows Auburn. Until they get Nick out of there, they just going to continue to overshadow him because it's too much what Nick got going on with Alabama. Now, can he stir the pot? Of course he can, but it's I think I mean, and it's the SEC, so maybe it can work, maybe.
I don't know. I see somebody in the comment section say, no, Deion is not a good fit. Auburn won't good old boy. They booster can control. He won't.
They won't Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin,
you think he? Listen, man. I think these people, right? They think Georgia Tech the best fit. I think people only saying that because he played in Atlanta. That's why I think people say Georgia Tech best fit. I just believe when it comes to good old boys and things of that nature, if they could use somebody and Deion could win in Auburn, they don't care what color he is. They be his best friend.
Well, so Georgia Tech, here's the thing with Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, I think I don't know how serious they say they serious about football, but I don't know how serious they is because if Deion goes to Georgia Tech, they would have to like literally give Deion basically everything like what Mario getting or what a big major SEC school getting because you got Georgia in that state. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the fact that the academics at Georgia Tech aren't as easy to get in as it is in other schools. So for him to fit in at Georgia Tech, they really gotta give Deion like. I'm talking about they got to put his statue in front of the stadium and everything for him to go.
For him to go well?
To Georgia Tech.
That's what I know. I know, like, I honestly think, this is what I honestly believe about Deion. I honestly believe Deion will be fine anywhere he go. I do. I honestly think Deion ain't going anywhere where they're not going to let him have his way. And that all can be agreed to before. I honestly think Deion is the type of person know what he gonna ask for before he go running up in somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly believe anywhere would be good for him. I think the place where, because he's probably right now, man, he's probably fighting and struggling for everything he get at Jackson State. He's probably fighting against administration, fighting against the city, fighting. No matter how good it looks to us, he probably fighting for everything he get at Jackson State.
Yeah, he's fighting for everything. But the media attention bringing in a lot of funds for Jackson State. So I
was just wondering, man. Let me see in the comment section how they feel about it. Everybody saying no.
Auburn likes old-fashioned traditions. Deion too flashy for them.
It's not a good fit for Deion. The SEC is looking for a good old boy that can deal with the crazy Auburn boosters. He takes an inside guy to navigate that job. That might be true.
I mean, that ain't how is it true when you got Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss? You got what's the funny coach who's at Mississippi State? Who always got like the most funniest interviews?
The officer guy.
Mike Leach got
Mike
Leach.
Leach.
Yeah, Leach
Yeah.
at Mississippi State. And those aren't good old boys. They do things their way regardless. So I'm not sure about the good old boy stuff, you know.
Right. Auburn better get him before FSU does. You think Deion want to go back to FSU?
Nah, I don't think Deion want to go to FSU.
I don't either. For some reason, I don't think Deion want to go back to FSU, Hall. I don't think. I think FSU passed on him. I think he'd rather beat FSU at this point. To be honest with you.
And then I don't think he has the. I don't think FSU got the money for Deion like that.
Yeah,
Deion,
that's true.
For Deion to come to FSU, Deion gonna tell him, y'all gotta pay me up to 8 to 9, 10 million. Because it would immediately bolt them back up to being a top-notch job. Right now, FSU isn't a top-notch job with Mike Leach. Not Mike Leach, Mike Norvell being there. But Deion will bolt them back up into like a top-notch, like immediately. So they gonna definitely need some money for that.
What happened to FSU money though?
Well, you know they was paying Willie. They were paying Taggart. A lot of the boosters stopped. I think one of their main boosters ended up passing away maybe a couple years ago. So a lot of the funds stopped flowing in big time. So
Really?
and yeah, he was like the main. He was the main booster. He was the main one who was giving them all that big time money.
Wow, something as simple as that brought it crashing down.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's why the stuff went on with Jimbo Fisher, like he was gonna leave because they not giving him what he need. He asking for certain things, and they not giving him the money for this and this and that, and
right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Deion go to SC school. They're giving what he need.
That's what I know, and what I also know is that people think Deion is flashy and he want to be in front of this and that. I don't think that's what it is. I think what Deion does is a good job at marketing things and promoting things.
What they mean flashy? Like, well, I mean,
because they see cameras.
But do they not realize who Deion was when he was playing, coming out of high school to college to the NFL and the Major League? Like Deion was already that. He was already flashy.
Right, but they think it's something simple as him being flashy and him. It's not really about him. See, what he understands is the opposite of being out of sight, out of mind. Like, long as he in your face, long as his Jackson State is in your face, it's relevant.
Yeah,
he understands.
Jackson State.
Yeah, he understands that. He understands that. And if he gets the chance to do that on a higher level, like if they give him free reign to promote, kind of like what Oregon almost did try to do, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't. I don't think they took it all away. They just coined themselves as a team with a bunch of uniforms. Kind of like that. But I think what Deion does a good job is at marketing, though. I think so. I think that's what he does. I think he does a good job at marketing. I'm gonna bring Rich in here.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's smart. It's smart what Deion doing. Deion saying, remember when he was there, he was like, man, you know, the NFL scouts, they don't come watch our kids play. They don't, like, they basically saying our kids aren't good enough. But the way he's marketing that team, not NFL scouts are looking at the team. They watching the kids. Mm-hmm. Everybody's talking about Jackson State. We talking about Jackson State. Nobody was talking about Jackson State last year or the year before.
Forever.
Now everybody's talking about Jackson State. On Saturday, Deion is getting kids to flip to Jackson State. Top kids. He had 2 top kids. One who flipped from FSU. The other one who we thought was coming to UM committed to Jackson State. He's doing a damn good job. Like, he's doing a damn good job.
Yeah. Rich, you think Auburn a good fit for Deion and Jackson at Auburn?
I think so. From the perspective of It's something we spoke about earlier. I feel like Dion going to Auburn is a problem for the SEC and for a lot of teams. And I think that that's something that the PWIs don't want to happen, because it's a problem. If Dion's at any Power Five school, the ability for him to get recruits would be uncanny. And being in Alabama's backyard would be very, very stressful for Nick Saban. Um, of course, a lot of people will say he doesn't have the experience. He's not a coach. Blah blah blah. But you have to understand something. It's not only the kids that he'll be able to recruit to play on his team. It's also the coaches, because the coaches are going to want to be surrounded behind how to actually exponentially make my bag bigger outside of coaching. And that's
Right.
something that Dion could actually help them with, like you mentioned, with that marketing aspect versus, whoever's team they're going to be. Like if you part of Nick Saban's staff, you're always going to be behind Nick Saban, right?
Hmm.
And being behind Nick Saban looks different than being behind Deion Sanders from a marketing and branding perspective.
Hey,
Right.
so now I was thinking today once they announced the firing of Auburn coach, what popped in my head immediately when I kept saying people talk about Dion, I said, well, hold on. What happened? What would happen if Jimbo Fisher gets fired from Texas A&M and Dion could go to Texas A&M? While Texas A&M already got the players and it's in Texas. Dion, he loves Texas. That is right down the street. He loves it. So like, I was thinking maybe Texas A&M would be a spot.
They can't fire
Yeah, that's
Jimbo,
smart.
dog. I,
Man,
I, I spoke to
no people.
I spoke to some I spoke to some people this morning, man. They like, nah, they don't think they can fire Jim. They don't think they'll fire Jimbo.
Man,
They said it's not as bad as the media. Well, the media ain't saying nothing but some kids got suspended. You know what I'm saying? But they're saying it's not as bad as people think. Um,
well, it's bad. It's bad. What's happening is looking like Jimbo is. Remember the last few years when Jimbo was at FSU and everything started hitting the fan. Players getting in trouble, suspended. The player had sex with the man's wife. Everything just started going. It looks like it's happening all over again right now at Texas A&M.
everything except a divorce. Ain't no
Everything
divorce.
except the divorce. Yeah.
And Florida State saying that, hey man, we ain't giving you no more money. I think that had more to do with anything.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. When he asked for certain things, they didn't want to give it to him. But I'm saying now, well, when that Gator player had sex with his wife, that's what started everything. That's when he kind of like gave up.
But it wasn't a Gator player. It was the trainer her trainer who once played for the
Oh,
Gators.
okay.
Yeah, God forgive us. X gonna get us all shut down.
I mean, they said, but didn't he play for the? He used to play for the
He
Gators.
was playing for the Gators, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he was like her trainer or something like that. Um But now, man, I think he'll be a good fit anywhere. But we don't. I don't even know like if he wants to leave Jackson State. But talking to people who know him, man, they like, come on, man, it's inevitable. Especially if X, you talk about $8 million, $9 million.
I told somebody, they talk about, oh man, Dion don't need the money. I say, man, look, it's nobody in their right mind gonna turn down a job if they saying I'm gonna pay you $10 million to come coach my football team.
Your son gets a better shot at a bigger program. It's just too much. It's just too much. What does that say for HBCUs though? What does that say for Jackson State? Do they just revert back? Do you think they learn any? You think they learn anything, Rich?
Nah, I mean they gotta go get some money.
No. Well, I say no because um, a lot of groundwork, a lot of foundational groundwork to bring HBCU football up to speed
Uh
is
huh.
still being laid. Like I saw an article where the other black guy who's a billionaire, he just signed a deal
Yeah,
for
the media guy, right? Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you his name. I get his name for you.
He
What
has
does
a
he sign
simple
to do?
name too.
He signed a deal to do what? Go ahead, keep talking.
For HBCU football to be aired on mainstream media,
How does
which
that
is
help?
it's huge because this is how all these conferences are making money is through these TV deals. So it's almost atrocious that HBCUs never had major TV deals, right?
It's
So
not well. It's not atrocious because you know the history of HBCU and what happened to them, right?
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
basically, that's how they was. That's how they were taken out of existence.
Hmm.
Yeah, because they weren't allowed to be on TV. Byron Allen is his name, right?
Byron Allen, yep.
That's kind of how they were slapped down. Because Walter Payton, Jerry Rice, all these guys went to HBCUs.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, it's kind of how they were forgotten because they wasn't able to be on mainstream. So that is kind of huge. But go ahead, bro.
And so there's a significance there, but I think a good steward of what Byron Allen just did with somebody like a Deion Sanders. And I don't think every single HBCU has the ADs or, well, heck, forget the ADs, the presidents, then the ADs or the coaches to really steward that type of money into the program to use it for marketing and advertising to really blow their brand up, get the players that they need, and so on and so forth. Some will do it, but not enough will do it, and that's going to be the issue if Dion leaves now.
Right. I don't know. I know we jumping the gun on the Deion stuff. I know. I get it. Deion ain't said nothing about no Auburn. Deion said it.
Deion. Well, he did say he would entertain. He said he's going to entertain.
Oh, he did. He said that.
He said he's going to entertain job offers. He didn't say Auburn specifically, but he said job offers.
Oh man, I just hate it. I just hate it for the Jackson State kids, man. Damn, that was like a dream come true for them, and he take Travis Hunter with him. He could just take everybody with him.
Man, he gonna take all the good players with him.
Oh my God.
And the coaches too, probably.
Yeah.
So listen, this weekend, Michigan State, and we want to talk about Michigan State, but Michigan been getting into a lot of these little melees after the game. Michigan State gets into a little Donnybrook melee scuffle, whatever you want to call it. And my issue is with this guy in the blue and gold right here who didn't help by a young dude. Because the reason I'm talking about this, because the dude in the middle of this is young Jaden Mcburrow from St. Thomas University, number 1 for Michigan, cornerback. I don't know what else he does. He used to run back punts.
Hurricanes.
Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes.
Yeah.
PPO Bengals. That's him. Somehow he got caught in there, and somebody got hit with a helmet. I'm not sure if it was him. Somehow he got caught in their locker room, or in their doorway. And I think 4 players were suspended for Michigan State. I didn't hear anything about Michigan. Michigan State lost the game, right?
Yeah, Michigan State lost.
Was it bad?
It wasn't close.
Yeah.
It wasn't close?
Close.
Nah.
And I'm not sure how that started. I don't know. Michigan State might be bad that they can't hit the transfer portal in the middle of the season. I'm not sure what happened.
One of the commentators was like, "Oh, look at number. I think it's number 18 or 19. One of them be like, yeah, he couldn't do nothing in the game, but he wanted to be the first one to fight." I just bust out laughing like. Right.
But yeah, that was the significant part about it. It's like, man, what are other dudes in the blue and gold? Because at that point is Crips and Bloods. It's blue versus green at that point. And if your ass got on green, you need to be trying to get, you know what I'm saying? If your ass got on blue, you need to be trying to help everybody else with blue out. And dog in the blue and gold hat was just sitting there. This is us talking to him maybe a week before he left. I remember that recruitment, dog. We thought we was gonna be able to flip him. You remember that, X?
Yeah. We had a chance, but he stuck with Michigan.
He's also one of those guys who, you know, they had him rated as a 3-star, but I think he was a lot better than that, in my opinion.
Man, he was
way better than that.
He was way better. He was always he was one of them dudes, man, that didn't really go to the camps, didn't really do all of that stuff, man, but was always a beast. He could do it from punt return. He could do it at cornerback. He grew up, man. Ever since he was a little kid at running back, I could pull up video of him playing like 9U, 10U. I think he's having a decent. I think he's having a decent career at Michigan. At Michigan, he wears number 1, so I mean, if that tells you anything. But yeah, man, that kind of saddened me, man, to watch him in the middle of that. None of his homies coming to the day. He had Gomer Powell standing right there. He didn't want to help nobody. Yeah, that kind of saddened me to see that, dog.
Yeah.
Let's
I mean,
see.
yeah, because he's like one of your own.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was him until I kept saying, like, why you keep putting up his name, and then I'm like, then just now, like, oh, damn, that's him. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was him.
But I think that's not the first time that a coach have complained about running through the tunnel, because both teams have to run through that same tunnel. And coach is saying, like, at the end of the game, it can happen because, the players getting off the field at the same time. Just imagine them bumping into each other at the same time like that, So
it's like that at a lot of schools, ain't it?
Yeah, it is, but the way that it's set up, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, look at the Dolphin Stadium. You can run through the same tunnel, but you go separate ways. They go on to the same tunnel all the way to the end, and then they go separate ways. Like, that's kind of not good.
Well, at Dolphin Stadium, I know Dolphin Stadium, they come through different ends. They come through.
Yeah.
The Western end come through the middle. The visiting team comes through the middle, and Miami comes through like the west north, whatever you want to call it. Michigan beat Michigan State 29-7. So Miami gets let me see. So yeah, man, that kind of saddened me, man, to see that happen to little homie. Kind of had a problem with that, dog. Big problem with that. So today at the press conference, man, listening to Mario Cristobal talk, right? First of all, let's address this first. I'm gonna show y'all something first. Let's see. I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna show y'all something that I thought was significant. Let's see. If y'all want in here, man, hit the like button for us and share for us. The like button is completely free. Hit that for us. Let's see, where am I at? Right here. This is Wesley Bissing hit this weekend. Did y'all see Wesley Bissing make this hit this weekend?
No, I didn't see that. Damn.
Anybody in the comment section?
I seen it.
You saw that hit? You saw he made that hit this weekend?
I was like, boy, Wesley out there sticking. He popping people.
Anybody in the comment section? Did y'all see this hit this weekend? There's a little delay in the comment section. I know it is. But did anybody see this hit this weekend?
Mm-mm.
What's significant about this hit?
It's a shoulder hit. But it's a shoulder hit that was on target.
But I'm saying, they always say, either you teaching it or you allowing it to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That looks like the same stuff James Williams does, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, wrapping up in football is something that's taught in youth football. It's taught at Pee Wee level. What am I missing here? Is it the emphasis of no more leading with the helmet? It has to be, dog.
Possibly.
Somebody says a James Williams hit. What am I missing? Is it because these players are saying, hey, you can't lead with the helmet, so how do I hit somebody with my shoulder?
Yeah, but
I mean,
People always been doing that. So
People have been doing what?
Hit with
without
a
wrapping up.
yeah.
Nah, dog, that was like that.
I think like certain times when you going down for the hit, it happens so fast. Well, you just react and say, oh, let me just go hit him. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, oh, let me break down and get my fundamentals right and wrap them up. You know
right.
It happens so fast in the spur of the moment. If you play sports, and this is college sports, you know what I'm saying? It's fast, you know, so sometimes you just go out there and just hit. You're not even thinking about, oh, damn, I forgot to wrap him up. You're like, man, let me just hit him, you know what I'm saying? And then you still got the big hit momentum. You know what I'm saying? If you hit somebody big and it's a big hit, guess what? The crowd say, whoa, that fires the player up, it fires the team up. You know what I'm saying? So, stuff like that.
You about to say something, Rich?
No, I'm good.
I'm going to go out on the limb. And say this, X. The rules have changed in football. And ever since they've been getting on people about leading with their helmet, my question has always been, if you duck your head to tackle somebody, you're leading with your goddamn helmet.
You are.
Period.
And it's worse for you, too.
Right. If you duck your head to tackle somebody, because we were always taught to hit low. You don't hit people high because you can't bring them down like that.
You can't. And
if you duck your head, you're leading with your helmet. I know it's an elephant in the room. Nobody wants to talk about it. But if you duck, especially if you're 6'5" James Williams, if you get low to tackle somebody, you're leading with your helmet.
Right.
So now, I think players are trying to figure out, how do I not, because if I hit somebody, if I hit them hard enough, I'm leading with my helmet, there's a chance they call targeting, yes or no?
Yes.
We talked to Coach Steele about this weekend, dog. I mean, today. We actually, it makes no sense, dog.
Yeah, and that's what I've been explaining about James Williams. I'm like, man, he's 6'5". He has to hit a guy that's 5'10". How low do you want a 6'5" guy to get?
Right.
And that's why he goes in there like how he goes in there. I'm not excusing it because you still got to wrap up. You know, that's fundamental. But I understand. Then he I was just on the team last year, man, where the guy was almost getting kicked out of every game because he was just hitting with his helmet. So, I'm not finna let that happen to me.
Wes Green said Byron Allen would like to see the commissioners of each conference in the HBCU stand up. He would like to see the president stand up and be held accountable for athletic directors. I contacted Byron Allen office a week or so ago, man. I like the work that Byron Allen has done, man. I was following him the whole time he was fighting for black media. Was saying that black media wasn't getting the same advertising dollars. I followed all of that. And I actually contacted him a week ago, man. I'm gonna stay on there behind because I think Footballville is a place in Byron Allen world, Footballville, bro. I think it is. And what he got going on. So Wes Green, man, I know Wes Green has been in the comments for years, man. He's always with the pro-black stuff, and I think he said he actually attended UM or something like that. So yeah, that's a good comment, bro. But yeah, man, I honestly believe that these kids are trying not to lead with the helmet, and what we've been killing James Williams on is going on a lot across college football. Because you see Wesley Saint right now just did the same thing.
Yeah, just imagine if every time James go out there and hit without wrapping up, and he makes the tackle and it's a big hit, nobody's complaining. Oh boy, Wesley, James, he gonna knock your head off. Nobody's gonna complain. So yeah, it's I guess you gotta say you can't have your cake and eat it too. You gotta deal with the good and the bad, man. But yeah,
maybe he has to go lower. Maybe he just has to go lower. I remember I once asked Mike McKenzie in high school, how does he deal with bigger running backs coming towards him? Because Mike McKenzie was 150 pounds in high school, X?
Yeah, Mike McKenzie was small, really. He was skinny, yeah.
And he said he read Nikes. And I was like, you read Nikes? He said He said he read Nikes. Basically, he said, man, them big fullback, he just shoot at their feet.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Get them on the ground. You shoot at their feet.
Shoot at their feet, or you gotta hit them knees. Hit
Yeah.
them knees, man, because if you hit the
305
thighs, man, they gonna run through you.
There's linebackers that are 6'4", 6'5" that don't have a problem. I think James will figure it out because if he's not, he'll be liability at the next level. I think linebackers don't give a fuck. I think linebackers is like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
It's a different mentality. Yeah.
That's what I be trying to explain to people. People talk about, oh man, you need to move the linebacker. We need to move the end. His mindset isn't a linebacker. His mindset isn't a defensive end. When you're a linebacker, your mindset is you want to hit every time they say hike.
You're trying
every
to
time
kill
the ball
somebody.
snap, you trying to hit somebody. James ain't trying to hit every play.
Nope.
That's why y'all gotta stop saying, oh, he needs to be. No, he don't need to be nothing but what he want to be. If he want to be a safety, let him be a safety. You're not gonna turn him into a linebacker because you think he a linebacker. Y'all don't get paid. Y'all don't get paid to turn anybody into nothing. You know what I'm saying? So his mindset is he want to be a safety. He gonna be a safety. Wesley Bissaint's mindset is he a linebacker. He want to hit. That's just it. Like, people who play sports, I mean, y'all should understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they say if you don't want to hit, guess what? You play offense. So.
Well, somebody said in the comment, Jumpmaster89 said if he can put his shoulder on the ball carrier, he can wrap his arms around him too.
Yeah, he can. I'm not making him. He needs to wrap up. I'm not making no excuse for that. He needs to wrap up. But I'm just telling y'all he's not a linebacker because his mindset isn't a linebacker mindset.
We getting text messages from the Footballville villain group me saying that the dude that slept with Jimbo wife name was Owen Long, 19-year-old tennis.
Oh man, come on. we put the name out there.
If you go to Google and you type in who slept with Jimbo wife, it's the first thing that comes up. Owen Long in bold letters.
Wow.
19-year-old tennis player who will forever be known for sleeping with Jimbo wife and not playing tennis.
Dang, that's crazy.
Oh, boy.
I bet somebody from FSU did that.
No, it's no. If you type in who slept with Jimbo, it's like a known thing. It's like dozens and dozens of websites. But also, it must be with more than one then. So Twitter attacks Jimbo wife for allegedly sleeping with ex-Gator wide receiver. See, that's the one we were talking about.
Right.
Ex.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ex-Gator wide receiver. What was his name? Taylor Jacobs.
But you remember what's the dude who used to coach at Florida? His wife was kind of suspect too. Remember she used to kiss all the players as they was like boarding the bus? Yeah, Dan Mullen's wife. Dan Mullen. And some of them were kind of like, whoa, like she kind of like she gave him that warm embrace before she sent them off. That was a little too much.
Rigor Mortis, that's a tight YouTube name. That boy said we need to start giving James Williams too much hype. He has one interception. Rigor Mortis, you need to go look at our overrated James Williams show that we did the other day. We went through all the top safeties in college football, Rigor Mortis, and if you watch that show and see what we unveiled about the top safeties in college football, you wouldn't feel the way you feel about his one interception. But he's third on the team in tackles, right?
No, he's number 2.
He number 2? Yeah, number 2 on the team in tackles.
And he didn't even play this game. He's still number 2.
Yeah, I think people pick the stats to support their arguments. And that's how they do in the business world, Rich. They just pick the stats to support their argument. Goofy game this weekend, man. Did Jake show y'all anything this weekend, man? Guts, balls, anything?
No, he showed me he was erratic.
Why does
But
he look
this is
so
what I've been saying. This is what I've been telling people. They keep like, oh, Jake. I say, he's not ready. I kept saying this before the season started. I say, Jake's not ready.
Do you say this about TVD when he struggles 2 games before he gets going?
No.
So
It took TVD 3 games to get going last year. Where were you?
Well, I mean, he ain't look. TVD never looked this bad. He never looked this bad. Jake, like, he couldn't complete a ball past 10 yards this whole game.
Wait a minute now, X. Hold up now.
Hold up now. Everybody watched the same game.
When TVD checked in that first game and we had 0. Who we played that first game? TVD played against Virginia, right?
I think it was Virginia.
TVD played. He had the first half he did pretty bad. The second half he came out and he was killing it.
Killing it. Ain't you making up stuff?
Look at the stats.
Hold on, hold up now. He wasn't killing it now.
I'm finna pull up the stats, man.
He struggled the first 2 games. Remember, X?
I'm finna pull up the stats.
He struggled the first 2 games this year. Y'all gonna give Jake some time, man.
Okay, so you saying Virginia game, right? Virginia game.
Y'all gonna give Jake a little time now. Same time y'all gave TVD.
Van Dyke, he was 15 for 29, 203 yards and a touchdown.
He was 15 for 29 in that first game.
Second half, he played. First half he played horrible, but second half he played pretty good. North Carolina game. He's 20 for 45, 264 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions. That he struggled through the interceptions that game, and we still could have won that game.
I'm just saying, you gotta give Jake some time, right? Like TVD struggled this year the first 2 games. But
what I'm saying is, yeah, TVD struggles don't look like how Jake struggled. Jake struggled look like he just couldn't throw the ball down the field.
He looked very uncomfortable, and that's wild to me. That's wild to me for somebody who has a lot of confidence. What is he not studying? Is he not taking this? But then again, TVD looked lost to me too. Like, he looked lost at the beginning of this year too.
It looked like the offensive line ain't giving him any confidence, so his eyes are real big because he's like, well, I'm gonna get hit.
It's always a different problem. Like, it's either the O-line. We saw that when he came in and replaced TVD against Duke. The O-line was basically being pushed all the way in his face, in his lap, the whole time. And then this game, it's a separation. It kind of, it's like, why are other teams able to get more separation than our wide receivers? Like, we don't really get great separation. And I really think if they add more back shoulder passes to their repertoire where guys don't have to go up and get the ball, but you could run a route where they can use their body to catch, I think it'll be a lot better. You'll have a little bit more rhythm. But at the end of the day, your receivers have got to create a little bit more separation. And then here's what the great quarterbacks know. The great quarterbacks know what like true separation is, and the great quarterbacks know that they got to fit it into a window. Like, separation is not a lot. It's small. It's smaller at the college level. It's going to be even smaller at the NFL. So you got to know what true separation looks like, and that only comes with game time experience.
305 Tucci said, Jake showed me that coaches scared the shit out of him this week. Jake been known to have a quick target, but was hesitant the whole game. What do you mean his coaches scared him? What you mean, 305?
Told him he couldn't make no mistakes.
9968 $5. I like Jake mental toughness over TVD. But TVD more game ready. That's what I'm saying. Jake, I think Jake showed that he's resilient. He's he's
It's tough.
Even in the press conference, he's what's the word? He's an open book. He look at the camera and say, "I didn't play well." You know what I'm saying? And I think he understands, but the uncomfortableness. X, it could be the offensive line. X, it could be. How many times he got sacked?
I think he got sacked like 3 times, maybe. It might be the offensive line, but I'm just looking at the deep passes that, because Jake is a gunslinger. Jake gonna throw the ball. Everything. It's just like he just couldn't connect with his receivers deep. The deep passes. He had that one good pass to Kobe Young. That was a good pass. You know, Kobe went and got it. And then again, it's like game time spirits. Jake don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta. Unfortunately, he got thrown into the battle last week. I mean, he should have still did way better than what we did. But I don't know, man. Yeah, our receivers. I think our
it's musical chairs. It's musical chairs with the receivers also. It's like yeah, it's like, okay, we got Restrepo out here this week, and it's like, that's one thing about last week's offense that made it easy, dog. That the offense was so easy. I think that was the last thing that the kids had to worry about. Go ahead, Rich.
I was going to ask, has the receivers been asked what they do well or what they think they do well? Because, like I mentioned, we are not getting separation. The receivers are not getting separation, and that's affecting the quarterback too.
Our route tree is horrible, man. To be honest, the last couple of years we just haven't been having good route trees. Obviously, last year the offense, the pass game did good, but it was like a lot of over the shoulders one-on-one routes. It wasn't like, you could look at Bama, look at Ohio State. To this year, look at Tennessee. Why the hell they got receivers running wide open on plays? You know what I'm saying? I don't think we ever had a receiver wide open this year.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the hell is up with our route tree? And that's why, Streeter, when I text you that information the other day about, we probably gonna need a receiver coach. Like, that's teaching the players or helping with a route tree for the offense. And that's when Joe Brady was at LSU, he helped the offensive coordinator with the route tree. And that's why the receivers was killing it. And that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? You need coaches that's going to help each other with their struggles. If Gaddis is the offensive coordinator, receiver coach, obviously his route tree isn't working. You need somebody to help him with his route tree.
Rigor Mortis said, "Is Gaddis the offensive?" You was finished with your point, Rich?
I mean, X kind of piggybacked on my point. Like,
okay,
I'm looking at some of the routes that they're running, and I'm like, okay, they're not creating separation on these routes, so we need to run something different. Like I said, back shoulder works very well when you have receivers who are not burners, who are not fast, and also who can't win those one-on-one jump, throw the ball up in the air battles. I have not seen us do any of those, so we gotta play to the receiver's strengths.
Of course. Listen, 786-405. 1 second. 786-405-9499. You talking about Brandon who?
Brandon Tooks. I was just finna say I would love to hire Kevin Beard as a receiver coach.
Man, we've been saying that for the last 8 years. Can we find new? That man ain't. We've been saying that since he left.
I forget what school he's at.
Where he at now?
Was it Toledo? Isn't he at Toledo, I think?
If you're watching on Twitter, y'all come on over to YouTube. 786-405-9499 if you want to get involved with the stock market, understand crypto, understand NFTs or any of this stuff, man. We jump in there every day. We got one-on-ones and all type of information in there to help you out. We trade every day, and you can just come copy what we do, to be honest with you. What I pulled up right here was Jordan Travis. Was Jordan Travis Was they quarterback, the number one quarterback last year, the whole season?
Yeah. Well, no, it was him. It was him, and it was
McKenzie,
the quarterback who came in from Central Florida.
Okay. Rigor Mortis, shout out to Rigor Mortis with the 199. He said either Gattis' offense is complicated or we lack talent. That's why they're not getting no separation.
or a
Might be a
combination.
little bit of both.
Well,
today,
today,
Gaddis said something that made me laugh, and I was like, well, boy, if that's true, then that's bad. He like, Ja'Cory Brown might be our fastest player on offense, and I was like, man, did this guy really just say that?
Did you hear him say that?
Yeah, I heard him say it, and I was like, wow. That's why I text you, like, hold on, did he, because you was there. I'm like, maybe you heard it clearer than I heard it. But
did you go back and listen to see if he said that?
Man, he said it. I seen other people tweet the same thing, and I was like, what the
Well, here's the thing.
I think I don't know if he was joking about it, but God damn.
You see Ja'Cory Brown tuck that ball in practice. He's really fast.
Yeah, but he's not our fastest player. I mean, come on. We talk about Bashad Smith. We talk about Knighton.
Kobe George.
Yeah.
He might be saying play the fastest. Dog, when he tuck that ball in practice, he be riding. A lot of our players don't play fast.
Maybe,
I know how fast Bashad is.
Talk about he's our best playmaker. Maybe say something like that. But
Yeah, I agree. He's electric with the ball in his hand.
It's not interesting to y'all how much they bring up Ja'Cory Brown playing. Are they trying to throw Florida State up? It's almost seem anytime you say Jake, they say Ja'Cory. And that's interesting to me.
Because if you just look at Josh Gaddis' offense, the first 8 games, it kind of became predictable. Every time Ja'Cory gets in the game, you just finna run Ja'Cory. You know what I'm saying? When Jake was in the game, they ran the same 3 run plays the whole game. They didn't throw no crossing routes. They didn't throw they was trying to throw like deep routes or short routes and stuff like that. So it was real complicated. So I think what they saying is, okay, well, we preparing to play all 3 quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So now here at Florida State, y'all go try to scheme for all 3 quarterbacks.
Van Dyke we don't see Van Dyke this week, right?
Nah, Van Dyke gonna play this week. He gonna play this week.
You think so?
He would have played Saturday, but they just kept him out.
You think so?
Yeah, he gonna play this week.
Where you getting that from?
I mean, that's what Mario didn't say he was gonna play, but Mario basically was like, yeah, he's practicing. If he's able to practice, he gonna play.
Know about that, X. That ain't the vibe I got from that press conference. The vibe I got was that they was trying to throw off with a little Mario, with a little Van Dyke talk, but I think it's gonna be Jake again and have some heavy Ja'Cory.
Well, if it's Jake, well, we in trouble. we in trouble. I'm on the record to say I am not confident in Jake at all.
I wasn't confident in Tyler a couple weeks ago until he threw for 400.
Yeah, I agree.
So this quarterback thing is starting to confuse the hell out of me. I ain't feel good. We can go back and look at the videos. I didn't feel good about Tyler a few weeks ago, though, at all.
Yeah, but at least with Tyler, man, we know he gonna complete some passing and get the ball moving, man. Jake, that thing was not moving at all.
He had to play games to get to that point, though.
Yeah, he had to.
He had to play games to get to that point. He did. Now Jake got a tough one in front of him. He got a tough one this weekend. Listen. Every game's a story. I didn't feel good about Tyler a few weeks ago, and I'm on record saying it.
Well, I know this. If we go out there and we don't score no points on offense and thinking our defense gonna shut them out, it's gonna get ugly fast.
Well, these games could be low-scoring games. And
Florida State is not good in the red zone.
They ain't good, but guess what? They ain't good enough to score some points. They can score some points.
They worse than us in the red zone, X.
They can score some points. We've had 2 games this year without scoring a touchdown. They can score some points.
Yep. And watch you walk into a 17-14 game. Watch.
How we gonna score 14? How we gonna score 14?
These games have known to be low scoring games, though.
We must have some special team touchdowns or some interceptions returned for a touchdown, because
I think
the offense just ain't doing
it. One thing for certain though, I will say, if you look at Florida State with their passing, they're kind of one-dimensional with the pass too. They got that really tall wide receiver that they throw to a lot. After that, their running backs are the difference maker. The quarterback can run, but then they got 2 or 3 running backs who are interchangeable in that offense, and they really get things going.
Yeah, see, I ain't worried about the running game, because I think our defense does a good job against the run. Like, the only time we do a bad job against the run is when the quarterback break contain and he runs. What?
True, but I'm trying to tell you, like Toafili, he fits their offense perfectly.
Yeah, they got some good running backs.
And he'll gash, and he also catches the ball out of the backfield too. So he'll gash you for a 60-yard play if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, they got some real good running backs, but again, the way our D-line playing, man, I tweeted yesterday about the running stat. I say, well, we give up probably like 100. I have to go back and look at the tweet, but I think it's like 120 yards rushing or something like that, and 70% of it comes from the quarterback. Like, we do a good job, but it just be the quarterback. Like, we somehow just let the quarterback break contain, and he gets on the 3rd and 15, he breaks it and get 20 yards. We somehow let that happen all the time. I don't know how, but
that ain't good either against Florida.
You see what I'm saying? So if we could contain the quarterback, I'm confident that our defense will do a good job, because if we just make Travis become a pure passer and then let our D lineman go after him, we could do a good job, but we just can't let them break contain.
Somebody just said Florida State. Somebody just said Florida State. D-Ferg said Florida State got the 5th best offense in the country. That is a lie, D-Ferg.
I think they talk about that Power 5 efficiency. I don't know. Like,
what?
They definitely don't. Like the PFF, they be saying, oh, they doing this PFF percentage and stuff like that. But they definitely
I'm looking at it right now. So the reason I put the Jordan Travis stuff up here, Jordan Travis got 500 more passing yards than he had all last year. So that means they're throwing the ball a lot more. He got games where he threw the ball 39, 40 times.
This past game, he just threw the ball a lot, yeah.
Now, D-Ferg, I got these stats right here. Now, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to position this thing to see what you're talking about. I'm doing points. Nope, they're not 5th in the nation in points. I'm doing points a game. Nope, they're not 5th in the nation in that. Let's do yards. Nope, they ain't 5th in the nation in yards. Yeah, you probably right, X. You probably talking about some PFF made up stuff.
Yeah,
but they right here now.
Like the PFF stuff. That's how they be saying it. But they definitely not top 5. That is no way near it.
Right. Ronnie Powell said they need to let Jakari throw. We got to get Jakari warmed up a little bit. Like,
did you not see the one pass he did throw?
X don't do that, man. He do the same thing in practice until he get warmed up. He got to get him warm. Warmed up.
when he pulled the ball and was getting ready to throw, in my head, I was like, fuck.
You got to get him warmed up a little bit, dog. Come on, y'all.
Finna be an ugly pass. And then I'm watching the pass go, and I say, damn, it's going to the ground. Shit.
Don't do my homie like that, man. My homie gotta get warmed up.
I won't, man. I love Jakari, man, but goddamn, he definitely got it. We got to get him ready, man.
You gotta get him warmed up, dog. Even in practice, dog. Practice, he start off a little, and then he get warmed up, he get going. But I tell y'all this: when he start running that ball with confidence, it'll be a lot easier for him to throw the ball. Because he's a goddamn problem, though. When he tuck that ball and he really take off, right now he ran a little, trying to get used to getting hit by college players. And in practice, man, in practice, he be getting missing. he be getting missing in practice, dog.
Because they can't hit him, man. But once he figure out, man, how to throw that ball, man, and complete passes, he gonna be dangerous. I can see why they compare him to that boy, Cam.
Yeah, that pass he threw the other day. Gaddis talked about that pass the other day. Listen, so 786-405-9499 if y'all want to get down with the IOD Squad. That's Investor Die. That's our Discord where we trade every day. Right now we in the BBBY put option trade where y'all can just come watch us trade and y'all can copy. Y'all can ask questions about crypto or anything like that. One thing I want to talk about before we get out of here, bro, is Mario when he comes to the podium, right? I hear him talking. And he's real open. He's really open about the offense and the offense struggling. He says it over and over again, right? He says it over and over again. And I know this for a fact. The things that they say to the media are all for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It's all for a purpose. Like today, y'all heard Kevin Steele get on Benjamin today about big plays. I'm here to tell y'all that's not for Benjamin. Him defending what Benjamin said is all for his players to hear, him defending them. And what it does, it gets the players, okay, coach got our back. That's how they use the media. They use the media for their benefit. He could care less about Benjamin. And he don't have anything to prove to Benjamin. But what they try to do is give a message to the players. I think the Ja'Cory talk a lot is them giving Ja'Cory confidence. Will the light come on for Jake? I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying? But we waited on TVD and we waited on TVD again this year. So Jake, he earned the right for us to wait. But Jake got a big one this weekend, dog. And Florida State, Miami, which I don't know why people keep saying we're going to get blown. Listen, we've seen worse mismatches in this game. Can y'all think of some bad I think when we went in there and they had Jameis Winston and Dalvin Cook, that was a bad mismatch, dog.
Well, you talk about, yeah, we thought they was going to blow us out, but they didn't. They beat us by a field goal.
Because the game is rarely a blowout.
Right.
Teams rarely get blown out in this game.
The year before when they won the championship that year, they blew us out. They supposed to blow us out. And then
it's been a blowout twice in the last 12 years.
When we beat them 52-10, yeah, we were just way better.
But I tell you, when we beat them 52-10, what was that, last year?
No, the year before.
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, when we had Derrick King.
We were good.
We
was decent.
Yeah, we
was good.
We were decent because we end up. That was the year when North Carolina had like 1,000 yards rushing on us in that game. So yeah,
Florida State was just bad that year. Florida State was just falling apart that year, right? That was the Jimbo. That was the end of Jimbo career. That was his last year.
That was Mike's first year. That was right.
Mike Norvell first year. Okay, it might be equivalent to Mario's first year this year. But what I'm saying is we've seen years where we were supposed to blow them out. It was close. They were supposed to blow us out. It was close. Sometimes the game is just close. It's a rivalry game. Jaron Williams going in there to face Florida, and Florida was ranked in the top 5, right?
Yeah, they was ranked in the top 10. I know for sure. And then they barely beat us, and then they got moved out.
They barely beat us in the game, right? Who we had? DJ Dallas. Who else was? Jeff Thomas played that game.
Yep. Jeff Thomas.
Reverend Jordan.
Huh?
I think we have
Oh,
Brevin Jordan too.
he fumbled the ball.
Brevin Jordan,
Jeff Thomas
Brevin
fumbled.
Jordan, Jeff Thomas fumbled. I think he dropped the touchdown in the end zone.
Chris Young said, "Go ahead and say White Mike."
White Mike, White Mike Norval. But yeah, I don't know why everybody keep thinking it's gonna be a blowout. Like, well, I guess they just looking at how our team been playing lately, but it's still UM Florida State. These players know each other and they know it's bragging rights. Like, they not just finna go out there and just let them blow each other out. But, like, they finna play to the team.
Yeah, I don't really see the blowout thing. Yeah, I don't really see that. I ain't feeling that. I ain't really feeling that.
Our defense really took a turn for the better when it comes to resiliency and mental toughness during that Virginia game. So if there is no blowout, it's because our defense stepped up and did what they had to do.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I know our D-line coming. And the crazy thing is our D-line played real good last week. Mesidor was out. The game. He's probably, he's our second best D-lineman. I'm still sticking with LT. LT is number one. Mesidor out last week. But I do like that combination of LT and Jackson. That was... Cause now you can't double team LT. You gotta. If you're not double teaming LT, guess what? He gonna beat whoever in front of him. They was double teaming Jackson, and LT was killing him. I like that.
And Jackson is number 6, right?
Yeah.
Where did we get him from again?
He came from Maryland. He transferred from Maryland.
That dude is wide.
Yeah. He's big.
He's very wide.
I love that.
Jackson.
Yeah, man. He remind me of what's his name? The dude who was here a couple years ago who played air guitar on one of the Florida State players.
Oh, you talking about Ken Norton? Ken Norton.
Yeah, it reminds me of Norton a little bit.
So shout out to my homie, man. He sent me this text. Manny Navarro got this quote. Miami OC Josh Gaddis on Jakari Brown. It's evident right now Jakari is one of our top playmakers, just a positive playmaker. Maybe he's our fastest player on offense at this point. Maybe he counted Rooster out. I don't know. You have to find creative ways to get a player who keeps the chains moving on the field. He said at this point, who's the fast people? Well, Brashard is still there.
Brashard is there. Knighton is still there.
Jacoby.
I don't know if you would say Jacoby is.
Yeah.
I mean, Brinson, Romelo's there. Keyshawn Smith, yeah, like.
I'll say Brashard. If we want to go like really fast, and from what we've seen on like during the game, I would say Brashard. And it baffles me how we have Romello Brinson going on all these end around plays, which makes no damn sense.
He was about to throw a pass the other day.
Yeah. Like he was getting ready.
Did he play quarterback in college, in high school? No.
Nah, but he can throw. He can throw the ball a little bit, but.
And the receiver he was trying to throw to didn't get no separation.
the crazy thing, it was only one receiver that went out. Like, you only had one receiver going out the whole play. Like, what the hell?
So, Ed, you think we need to change the offensive coordinators?
Yeah, I'm ready to go ahead and say change, man.
So, Ed, you're not tired of people being fired, though? You're not tired of like us just, hey, new offense from spring, new offense in the spring, you ain't sick of that, though.
Okay, I would love for him to keep it because I do. His offense isn't bad, but it's the way he's calling it. I just say, but
I don't know, dog. I don't know if we trade offenses. Now we got what? TBD may leave. Now we got Jake, Jakari, and Rashada in a new offense starting in the spring. Same story again, right?
Yeah. Shouts out, man. I want to give a shout out to my guy. You know, I've been saying this for a couple years. Tiger, he just broke the career Dade County passing record
Tiger?
this past weekend. Tiger.
That's what's up.
That's my 5-star guy. I don't care what any publications. He's my 5-star guy. Tiger.
Yeah. He'll be great in somebody's system. Which, by the way, was he hurt this season for a little bit, for a couple games?
Yeah, he had shoulder injury that they didn't think he was coming back, but he came back.
Shout out to him, man. And the one thing I'll say about a guy like Tiger is what you did. You're valued with your fan base. You're valued in the hood. And make the best choice in college where they're going to feature you as a quarterback. Like Rakeem Cato did over at Marshall or something like that. So, because he could really play.
Yeah.
Nah, Tiger's good, man.
Yeah, he need to go somewhere that can give him a real opportunity.
Yeah.
And I hope he enjoys this record because it's gonna be another kid that might break it in another year or two.
Who?
Your guy, what is his name? He knows the one who's at Norland.
You're poor.
Oh yeah, he gonna break it.
Is he really spinning it like that?
Man, that boy spin that ball.
He just get it done though, man. He get it done on the ground. When it ain't working in the air, he get it done on the ground. He just gets it done. So I just got a text from my Hurricane Legend corner. They just sent me this list and said, "Man, we need to get somebody fast." Top offensive minds in college football. Is anybody black on this list?
No.
No, nobody.
None.
Are we just not creative?
Anytime the list, we're very creative. You know this. Anytime the list starts off like this, top offensive minds is never going to be a black guy. I put up a video yesterday. I put it in the group me. The youngest greatest NFL minds sit in a room, and I didn't even have to look at the video to know. It's just we're never smart. So you best believe that we're always going to be looked at as dumb.
Yeah.
Y'all sure? Did we go through the list? Jeff Grimes, Zach Kitley, can't be a black guy. Kellen DeBoer.
Them ain't black names.
Ryan Day, Lane Kiffin, Josh Heupel, Sonny Dykes, Kendall Browse, Jamie Chadwell. Has anybody black ever been on this list? Top offensive minds in college football ever. Ever. Any year.
Maybe Mike Locksley.
Locksley has been on this list before?
I'm guessing. Because he does have a good offensive mind.
But do they add him to these lists? Kevin Sumlin was once on this list. I think he was.
And he got fired.
But they used to add.
Where's Kevin Sumlin? That would have been a good offensive coordinator. Man.
But they used to say Kevin Sumlin was a. He had to accomplish. What did he accomplish to be? Because they did used to look at him as his offensive mind.
Well, they said he had Johnny Manziel.
He had Johnny Manziel though. So.
But that don't mean nothing because Johnny Manziel came into his system and played his system.
Yeah. Man, where's
Jay White talking about? Jay White talking about Big Q exactly because we found one. we went back to the history.
Oh, T. Martin. T. Martin.
Did they say T. Martin was?
T. Martin. Who T. Martin called plays for?
He first is a quarterback at Tennessee.
Yeah, he was a quarterback, but I'm saying who he called plays for because I think that's why that's why he was mad at Tennessee because they didn't give him the offensive coordinator job.
Alex Leatherwood from Alabama plays in the NFL for Oakland.
What they got to do with anything?
I don't know what they got to do with anything. I'm lost.
Yeah, I thought that was an offensive lineman.
USC. Somebody say he called plays at USC.
He did. No.
So you're saying that they used to put T. Martin on lists like this, one of the top offensive minds, or they used to say T. Martin's a good offensive coordinator. He's open for a job.
He's in the NFL. He's in the NFL though. Now he's not.
They don't ever say They don't ever say Eric Bieniemy is smart, is an offensive genius. They say he deserves a job. That's what they say.
They say he got Patrick. He got Patrick over there.
They say he deserves a job. Eric Bieniemy deserves to be considered for a job. That's what they say about Eric Bieniemy. He's doing a great job with Kansas City.
He got Patrick.
All right, man. Let's get out of here, man. Eric Bieniemy is a genius, man. Let's get out of here, man. We're gonna start saying it, man. Eric Bieniemy is a genius, man.
Hey,
let's get up out of here.
You see what I just sent you, Street? In
What's
the private chat?
Nah. The private chat.
Mm-hmm. It's the top 100 assistant coaches, African American coaches.
Oh no, I didn't get that.
And it might be old. But
Brian Leftwich. See, they naming these names. Brian Leftwich. They always say Brian Leftwich deserves an offensive coordinator job. You never ever hear them saying Brian Leftwich, right? It's Todd McVay. Or Brian Leftwich is any of these guys. Joe Brady. Next young hotshot offensive coordinator, Brian Leftwich. You don't hear that. Who the OCS Central? I say AJ is a genius. Every time. I say AJ. I say AJ is a genius. Josh Gaddis even won an award and y'all gave it to Harbaugh. Byron Leftwich, Eric Bieniemy are all guys who deserve offensive coordinator jobs, right? But you never ever hear anybody say that they're these great offensive minds. They don't talk about them in that way, but I will. Listen, man, let's get out of here, man. Appreciate y'all, all right?
All right. Peace.
You 786-405-9499. If you want to get down with IOD Squad, 786-405-9499. They deserve head coaching jobs. You may be right, you won. I may be dead wrong. You want to get down with IOD Squad, man. Or listen, I'm gonna pin it in the comment section right now. Pin it right to the top. So you can just click the link. And I got a phone call. I got a meeting at 8 with somebody who texts about IOD Squad. I get at you as soon as I get out of here. Yeah, man, my job don't stop, man, but I love it. I love it. It's better than being a CEO looking at inmates smear doo-doo all over them or throw piss under the door. 786-405-9499. Where we at? We're going to pin this in the chat. As soon as we find the chat. But yeah, man, a lot of those guys, they deserve head coaching jobs, offensive coach, but they're never looked at as that guy's the next genius. He came up with the 1-2 triangle offense. He's always say, man, hey man, he deserves a shot. Just run somebody's offense. Invest or die. We make it look easy. Man, okay, I'm gonna pin it at the top of the chat. So all I gotta do is click the link, man. If you want to get down. Yes, Ray Robbins, you late. So I'm gonna get up out of here, man. If y'all wonder why I'm dressed like this, man, I'm dressed like Jesus walked Kanye West. Don't put off tomorrow something you could do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away I'm D, and I'm out of here.